trees for schools. We are involved in, as our name suggests, planting trees and vegetables in schools. And next week, we are planting 450 tire gardens at this school to feed the children of the school. And we're doing an educational now with the parents. We also want this whole concept, the tire garden concept. So literally, you can grow 5 vegetables in the tire garden. We want that concept to go back out into the community and for people to start growing their own veggies.
We've got a selection of vegetables. We've got some cabbages, tomatoes, broccoli, spinach, and looks like we've got beetroot and chives. What we will be doing, and you can obviously watch us while we're doing it, is cutting the tire open, putting the soil into it, and then placing the actual vegetables within the soil itself. Strategically, because there's certain plants that keep the bugs away and certain plants that obviously then grow as a result of that, and the others keeping guard as such.
School, and you might have seen in the newspaper recently that we had the organization out here planting 150 trees, I think, for Christel House. It was in the papers, and today they're taking it one step further, and they will be bringing the idea of planting your own vegetables as part of ensuring that you have food on your table, and maybe for the neighbors next door. They will be bringing to you some valuable tips and demonstrations.
What we want to do today is show you how you can, even if you've got a very small area in your garden, actually grow your own vegetables. Now, it's a known fact that if you take the size of a double door, 2 doors next to one another, you can grow enough vegetables on that area for a family of 4 for the whole year. Okay? The basic principles of it are, you need a tire, you need something to cut the side out of it, so a nice knife, standing knife or something. We need some nice compost, and there are plenty of farms around here which I'm sure you can find some compost, and some sand, and some water, and a few seedlings. And from that you can feed your family. Now I must warn you that it doesn't happen overnight, so don't expect to plant it today and don't pick it tomorrow. It does take time. It's nature. It does take time. So, collect tires, number 1, for your garden. What else does this help us do? Pollution. Helps us make everything look nice and neat. So you tell your neighbors, bring your tires to me, don't chuck them in the street. Because what happens then is, you grow one garden for yourself, another garden, another garden. Now you've got an opportunity to sell to your neighbors. So they bring you tires, they give you something for nothing, and you give them vegetables. Isn't that nice? And imagine a pocket of potatoes. You can eat for a long time, well, I can. You can eat for a long time with potatoes. Chips every day. Wow. So it's a nice sharp knife. You can use a kitchen knife if you really want to. It's going to be blunt by the time you finish. So you literally cut the side first. Over here, so that you've got a hole in it. Okay? Then you need somebody to help you because it makes it a lot easier. You get somebody just to put it up there because then it almost tears me. Ta-da! The bottom of the tire there's a bit of an indent. Okay? So we literally put water just in there. It becomes the reservoir. That's where the water sits for now. And obviously over a period of time, it will then obviously evaporate through the soil itself. But it also means that whenever you do water the plant, the water goes through the big hole at the bottom if you water too much. But there's still a little bit that's left on the side to give you a little bit of time afterwards. So you don't have to just keep on watering every half an hour. Okay? Once a day should be fine. The thing that you need to do before you start is try to get a piece of cardboard or newspaper and put it underneath. It stops the hohos from coming out from underneath, and it also holds a bit of the moisture at the same time. Okay? I said you need some compost. So what you do is you mix your compost in a 2-to-1 ratio. So half compost, half sand. mix it up nice and so it's a nice mix, that's all mixed through. And then you would then take 5 different vegetables and plant them in. So we put one in the middle, we put a different one on the side, another one there, another one there, another one there. Okay? So you've got a nice cross there now. Now remember with the tomato it's going to go quite tall, so you should actually have something that you can stake it up with once you've actually started the whole thing. So we'll take the tomato out, you literally just push it on the bottom, and try not to hold on to the stem like Stefan is doing. He hasn't been listening. There you can see lots of roots on there and all the rest of it. You see the roots and you can see the actual soil is falling apart. Nice roots on there. So we dig up, we make a little hole so that they can fit in there snugly. So let's just mark a chaichi with your hands. Stick it in there and we cover it up. Press it just gently. You don't have to press it right down, otherwise you're going to damage the roots as well. Okay, so we know that's going to be the tall. Then there's the trick. You take something like chives, or onions, or garlic. And what you do is you place them in between them on the side. 2 if you've got space, or just 1 in between each one. Why do we do that? Because it keeps all the hoppers up. They don't like garlic. They don't like chives. So the actual smell keeps them away from these plants that you're trying to grow. Eventually you're hoping to set up a nice little nursery here at Christel House, that they will grow the seeds to seedlings, and then obviously there'll be an opportunity to utilize those as well. Be careful especially when they're this size, is not to get a hose pipe. You say, switch on, and all the water takes all the stuff out of you. Okay? So be very careful when you get there, okay? A nice fine spray is ideal, so just gently sprinkle it on the top. It's actually easier, just turn this upside down. Yeah. Hallelujah. Here we go. There's your garden. Isn't that cool? Who's coming back? Awesome. Awesome.